welcome back to video number 5 in the Holistic Speaker Training. I'm Seth Braun, giving you 20 videos on how you can become a professional speaker and how you can use speaking to build your practice, make a bigger impact, help more people. A lot of us get the question, what should I be charging? So as a professional speaker, it's a delicate question because there's no one patent answer that I can share with you. And in our profession, there's some agreed upon norms, and I'm going to share those with you. This is kind of insider information that you wouldn't find out unless you were having dinner with a bunch of professional speakers. So welcome. Glad to have you. The first thing you want to identify is that you're never going to use the word free again. Cut that out of your vocabulary. If someone wants you to speak, you can speak for no fee. And the fastest way to getting paid and knowing what to charge is starting with this vocabulary. Because, believe it or not, your income from speaking when you're starting out might not be from speaker fees. But you don't speak for free. It can be from the clients that you get. You know, when I gave my first presentation at a major university, I did not get paid to present. The bookstore bought a case of my books for $400. But I signed up a client, a VIP client from my presentation for $5,000 within a few weeks after that talk. So even though the talk was no fee, I did get some book sales. I made $5,000. So a no fee presentation could be an income producing activity. So that's the first piece to understand, that you're never going to use the word free. Now if they do have a budget and you're not sure what to charge, there are two different ways to approach this. When you're first starting out, the best thing you can do is just to ask, well, what's your budget? And usually people will tell you, well, we're trying to keep it under $200. You could say, well, I was thinking about $200. And if they're saying, you know, we're hoping to keep it under $2,000, you could say, you know, I think I could do $2,000 for this. And that's a great way to negotiate your fees when you're starting out. And it's okay. It is totally fine to do it this way. However, at a certain point, you're going to get sick and tired of not getting paid enough, and you're going to say, I need to get paid. For me, this happened August 7th in 2012. I was driving from the Eastern Cascades of Washington State to Seattle, and I was going to drive in for a 7 a.m. Toastmasters meeting at a corporate club. I believe it was Marsh, corporate headquarters in Seattle. And then I had 3 additional speaking engagements that day, a Rotary Club and 2 other Toastmasters clubs. And this is when I was just out on the road speaking as much as I could. I was attempting to speak 300 times in 1 year. By the way, I only got 200 speaking engagements in front of live audiences that year. However, I was driving and it just occurred to me, I had been giving a lot of talks at Toastmasters clubs and I've been getting feedback. Getting a lot of no-fee talks at civic clubs, nonprofit organizations. I was doing some paid speaking, but it just occurred to me that I was done. I was done with this level of speaking, and that from now on I had to get a certain fee level, or that speaking engagement had to lead to some very direct and specific opportunities. Then when you move to this, your fees need to be set. At some point you say, look, I don't get paid less than $1,500 for a speaking engagement that I can drive to within 5 hours. And beyond that, I don't get paid less than $2,500. I'm at that place now in my speaking career. It's just, that's what I need to justify the time away from my family, to justify the skill level, the value that I bring. And pretty soon, I'll be saying, you know, I don't get paid less than $5,000 to show up and do my thing. However, there's a whole other class we referred to in the last video, video number 4, and that is if you're a seasoned professional or celebrity, you may have an agency handling your speaker fees. And these will be upwards of $10,000, $25,000, $50,000 for a speaking engagement. Then it's just one set fee, this is what you get, and there's someone else managing it for you. Here in the professional speaking, there's still some room for negotiation. You know, I'll still negotiate with people, especially if I can block book several engagements at a time. This is particularly true for college speaking, booking tours at colleges. And then when you're starting out, you base your fees on what the budget of the organization is that's bringing you in. So let's recap. There are three categories of how to determine what you're going to get paid and what you should charge. This is not even on the table. It doesn't apply to us. We're looking at starting out, you take away the word free and you just use the word no fee. And this is a great place to start. If you're not going to get paid, it's okay as long as you're speaking to groups and organizations that will help you establish your expertise, establish you as a speaker, lead to more speaking engagements, or lead to clients. Eventually, you start taking only speaking engagements that are going to have a budget or are directly going to lead you to potential clients. And then at some point, you have speaking engagements that are only going to pay you your speaker fee. And this is how you know how much to charge. Stay tuned for video number 6, in which we discuss helping you to figure out what should I talk about? What should I talk about? What should the content be? Video number 6. Talk to you then.